Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 103 of It's All About Wrestling. Heavy Monday to talk about, man. A lot of stuff to talk about. Couple announcements I may have planned for this channel. Guys. So, couple announcements, small announcements, nothing major, especially to change this channel, and also a couple announcements about future streams for this week. And then we're gonna get into topics we're talk about. We're gonna talk about Drew McIntyre. We're talking about the mock draft. Not the mock draft. We're talking about the night one of the draft. Our thoughts, as Finbar will be coming in. We're gonna take a look at night two, maybe. Also, we're going to talk about some injuries. There's a lot of injuries going on in AEW. MJF may be on the shelf longer. Hobbs and Julia Hart maybe going. Looks like they're going to be out for some time. Darby Alin just can't help himself. Gets hit by a bus. Yep, that's true. Peacock in America. For your Peacock people. If you ever heard, they're raising prices. We're going to talk WrestleMania 41 update. It looks like there's more fire to the Las Vegas getting WrestleMania. It looks like it's gonna happen in Vegas. Nothing official, but it looks like it's gonna happen in Vegas. Also, we got an AEW sighting. I don't think it's all that matters really. Also, looks like a return to Raw tonight, where a certain superstar. And what else is there? Yeah, that's about it. So we're gonna wait to Finbar because I need his thoughts on these announcements that I have. This announcement I have planned, and we're gonna give you and yeah, I need Finbar when he comes on. Here's Hollywood Finbar.
Good evening, Alin.
Good evening and lovely morning where you are. It's it's midnight where you are. No, it's almost midnight where you are.
Yeah, 10 to midnight. I'm sorry for my voice. It's a bit hoarse.
Yeah.
Probably from the heavy duty hosting I had to do the other night on Cabin with Geeks. I sound less gay.
Hey, the voters want you, man.
Correct choice. Except for Jan Ong. Jan Ong refused me because I don't agree with him on DJC.
Well, he chose the losing side.
What's new, huh? Jan Ong choosing the losing side. Look at his avatar.
Are you, man? Are you excited for this week? We got a whole huge pay-per-view coming up Saturday.
I'm looking forward to Saturday. I'm not really looking forward to tonight because that draft on SmackDown was a wet fart.
Oh yeah, of course. It usually is. But I want to run this by you. When I started this channel, right, I did something called like the SmackDown Hotel, and it would be like hot takes on certain stuff, like videos, right? Hot take videos. I think it brings something like that back. Be like a SmackDown Hotel, and it'll be like whatever topic of wrestling that's heated, right? It's whatever. I think I'm bringing that back, and I might bring back wrestling nonsense. I did that on my main channel before I created this channel, right? I might bring that back and go over some YouTubers and maybe some articles and just like basically break them down, roast them, do that.
I'm not going to lie to you. I never watched any of it, so I don't know. Don't take offense because I don't watch any of Tony's shit either. I just don't have the time. But if you think it was worth bring it back, man. By all means, we should do a variety of stuff. What I always think is right. You say you always when you shout out your own channel or you promote your own channel, you're always going on about if you like wrestling, this is a place for you. If you like sports, this is a place for you. What other sports do you cover other than wrestling?
I covered I covered a lot of North American sports. Baseball.
Where though? On this channel?
Yeah, but I haven't in a while.
You've got to though. If you're advertising, you're doing it. You've got to do that. I'm not into your egg ball, or your hockey.
Hey, digress. Well, I may do stuff if my hockey team gets eliminated from the playoffs. Toronto Maple Leafs. You might see something tomorrow night, and it won't be a good thing. It'll be like a huge rant and stuff.
You should do some of that if you're advertising. You're doing sport. If you call on the channel SmackDown Wrestling and Sports, you've got to do a bit of sports.
It wasn't originally going to be Smack. When I created a show, it was just going to be wrestling related. But you know what? I like sports too.
Do you cover? Would you cover football? You into that? I mean, American football.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's when you want to get Hammock involved. Hammock's a big football fan.
But hey, Degrassi. So
Degrassi, how you doing?
I mean, Degrassi helped me come up with some of those ideas with because I have this channel called Dissect, which I created in November, December, and I've been doing that first few months. I've been my attention's been on there, but I haven't really done anything, on that channel. And then I get to the point where managing 3 channels is hard. You know what? I could do the Dissect. I could go over YouTubers and stuff like this on my main channel and this channel if I wanted to. It's so hard to manage 3 channels in general.
I thought your Dissect. I mean, again, I've not watched much of it, but it's a lot of you looking at like people like Campia and stuff, right? You would watch.
I'm gonna just move that to. I'm just gonna move that. Randolph. I may just move that to the pop culture stuff.
I would do that because your main channel is known for movies.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just do that on the main channel. Just move that to the main channel. Even though for some odd reason I got a subscriber today on that Dissect channel, I'm like, whatever. I just hit 30 on that channel.
It's because you're popular, man. You had 30 subscribers. Yeah, I mean, it's time to dissect the Dissect channel up, isn't it? If it's got 30 subscribers.
Yeah, so I'll just do what I did on that channel. I'll just do for wrestling and sports related stuff. I want to go over YouTubers or stuff. I'll just put wrestling nonsense. I'll just do on this channel. For pop culture stuff like movies, TV shows, I'll just move it to my main channel and criticize YouTubers on my main channel.
It sounds like a sound plan.
Yeah. I've done it before a little bit. But this is not that. This is a wrestling channel. This is all about wrestling. This is a weekly news and recap of wrestling. And we got to do a couple other announcements, which I'll promote at the end of the show. Thursday, Wrestlemania. It's not Wrestlemania Backlash. We're gonna do Backlash preview predictions. Okay. And if Finbar, if you want to keep score, go ahead. If you want to.
For the prediction show, I won't be live. I may be in the chat.
Okay.
But and Backlash, I'll be live.
Yeah. Then Backlash, Saturday. All right, guys?
Yeah.
It's going to be, and it's an afternoon, let you all know. It's in the afternoon for my time. And it's going to be around like evening his time, around there.
I think it's 8 o'clock my time.
Yeah. Because it's in France. So look at your local time zones and compare it to the time zone of France. But yeah, and we may do predictions for WrestleMania Backlash. We may have a little fun. Maybe we'll do a little trivia or something like that. Wrestling trivia. If you get more than just you on that show.
Yeah. We should be able to.
Yeah. If we get Wizard and DL on, maybe on that show, just besides you, or if you're not on that show, obviously we do trivia.
I mean, you post that link in every group in the fucking world, so
yeah,
you should get one of me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Let's get on with it, guys. So there's good news. There's just no doubt about it. There's just no question about it. I showed this to Finbar, showed to Marco. Drew McIntyre resigns with the WWE, as expected. If all you people hoping he was going to AEW, yeah, right. You're just dreaming. He's resigned.
You confused the hell out of me with this. You said he's re-signed, but you wrote it as resigned. I thought, oh man,
I know, I did. I hate how sometimes I get mixed up with that. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, make it so simple, English. English is so hard. I'm sorry. No matter where you are, no matter what kind of English where you're from, it's so difficult, because it's like, but yeah, he's re-signed. There was a clip on where he opens an envelope and it's a contract and he signs or something like that. So he signs. He's staying in WWE. He's not going to AEW. He's not going to the minor leagues. I'm kidding.
It's a 3-year deal as well, multi-million-dollar 3-year deal. So he's locked into 27, which is good news.
It's kind of a short year deal, right?
Well, I mean, there's many people sign for 3 years these days.
They used to do for 5.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an option to extend there. I think it was always I think there was a gentleman's agreement. They was going to sign.
What they do in wrestling, right? They have they extend your contract if you get based on injury time. Yeah, injury time, which I think is bullshit.
I think it's all bullshit because they're supposed to be independent contractors.
They're getting away with that. I know they are getting away with that. Yeah, they're kind of they are. I just don't think. I personally don't think the law whatever cares because it's wrestling. Like, who cares? But you're right. Wrestling is getting away with that.
If you have to, as a wrestler, legally book your own car to get you from one place to another, then you should be able to drive from the WWE to fucking AEW if you want.
If you're an independent contractor, you could be on. You'd be able to sign anywhere, right? Like wrestle anywhere, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah.
DL, get in here. Come on.
But yeah, he's resigning. Drew McIntyre is resigned with WWE for 3 more years. Look, everybody has been rumored that his contract is up. Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins. I think Finn Balor's resigned too. So I'm ready. I think so. Finn Balor. Look, I'm telling you, especially Becky Lynch. You know Becky Lynch is not going anywhere. Okay, and Seth. They're resigning WWE, okay? They're resigning WWE, okay?
Well, Becky's not going anywhere because she's the current world champion. So
yeah, that's true. She's the current champion,
and she'll go where Seth goes. I assume she'll go, and vice versa.
Yeah. So
but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
So I'm glad for Drew. He's obviously got a raise. Multi-millionaire guy now. Obviously got the raise. Double twice champion, even though his second reign was like 2 minutes long.
But it serves a good story. This is the thing with that title reign.
Yeah.
That 5-minute long title reign, everybody's decrying Damian Priest cashing in. I think it's a fucking great story because it builds this him versus Punk thing, and it's a big long-term deal that's going on.
Well, here's the thing.
Here's story. And he deserves it. Drew deserves it.
Here's a wrinkle into that possibility right now. Well, there was good news that Drew resigned. There's also bad news that he may be out with the hyperstenic elbow. Yeah,
but it's not long term. I think it never got dislocated or anything like that, right? So he's not. Okay. All he's going to be dealing with is swelling mainly, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it shouldn't be long. It should be a 6-week thing, maybe. But that'll give him time to come back when CM Punk's ready to come back as well.
Well, CM Punk might be at Wall. He was back to SmackDown.
Yeah, but he won't be cleared to compete.
Hell no.
He'll still be wearing that fucking RoboCop extension that he's got on.
And everybody was rating. Where's Drew going to resign? Drew's going to resign. Well, he resigned, guys. He resigned. Here, you got your wish. You got your wish.
Evening, DL.
Hi. I don't have a lot of time to be on here because I have something else to do, but I'll come in and put in my 2 cents about the draft.
Don't have anything better to do than this. Don't lie.
Oh, I do. My life's been pretty crazy recently. But
unless it's a beautiful woman.
That is one of the things, yes. But
fair enough.
But yeah, this SmackDown's draft was really disappointing. Really, really disappointing. Yeah. It was so predictable. I'm like, the only noticeable stuff is what was it? Carmelo's on SmackDown finally. Braun Breaker went to Raw, and we all didn't think he was going to be drafted to Raw, but he did. Nia Jax is on SmackDown. I forgot what's her name from NXT that's on Raw right now.
Kiana James.
Kiana James, which that feels kind of random, but okay. And then everyone else Ricochet's on Raw now, which I thought he was on Raw for a second, but he was a SmackDown star. But like everyone else just stayed where they were.
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
And he's the Speed World Champion now as well. I understand.
What the fuck?
Waste of time. That's a
Who
waste.
watches that?
Well, not me.
People on X, if they have time. That's what I call the ADHD show, and they're competing for the ADHD
Title
championship. So these matches are longer than 5 minutes, right? 5-10 minutes, which I'm like, really? No.
Are they not 3 minutes? Is that
3 minutes?
3 minute limit?
Oh,
Which I'm like, what the heck, man? It's just like I'm not even a beat the clock challenge because there's a little bit more to that. But like, no, I don't care about WWE speed.
Are the matches all ending within 3 minutes with a pinfall or a submission?
I don't know. I don't watch it.
Because if they do, that just busts kayfabe right open.
Like seriously.
I don't watch it. I don't even know what day it's on. Honestly, like where is it on?
I don't know.
I don't know
And
if
you
it's
can only
live.
watch it on X.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
you
it's
can
like,
watch
what?
videos.
Yeah, you only can watch it on X too. And what a waste of a waste.
Don't get me wrong, it's a nice looking little belt, but
I mean,
it's
yeah,
nice
the
to
belt
have
does
a
look
24/7
bad,
belt, but
Yeah.
I don't know who this serves really.
Like I said,
Yeah, it's not
Well,
really
it's
for
like
people
listeners.
with short attention spans that
Yeah,
want
it's like the
action.
outfit. It's the
The ADHD show
ADHD.
with competing for the ADHD title. That's what it is.
Sounds like something AEW would do.
Yeah, something bad.
I hope don't jinx us.
They won't do the speed. They will not do the speed show.
Yo,
if it's Tony Khan
what's
involved, he'll do the cocaine show.
I mean, they kind of already are. Did you see this?
We're gonna have all our
Dynamite?
matches. They're all gonna be 2 minutes long.
The cocaine show.
Want you guys to come along and watch it? Stay behind after Ring of Honor.
Oh,
So that's what they do. Right? They do.
That's very
Dynamite.
sad.
Please stay in your seats.
That
We
was,
got a great show. Ring of Honor.
that was some of the worst. I mean, I'm sorry. Him getting involved as an on-air character. I'm like, no, Tony Khan, you don't have personality. I'm sorry. You
Didn't
lack
he say that
personality.
he did not want to be an on-screen
Yes.
character?
Yeah, he did.
Yes. He's so desperate, isn't he? Is he
He
so
deliberately
desperate,
avoided
right?
it for the first couple of months as well of that company, right?
I think his ego's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. He's falling into that promoter trap where Vince McMahon's ego got huger, bigger and bigger. Eric Bischoff's ego got bigger and bigger. Paul Heyman's bigger and bigger. So he's falling into that. No, he's falling down that mindset now, man.
But it's like you said, he doesn't even have any personality. Why is he?
He
on
doesn't. Those three guys I mentioned have personality. Tony Khan's dry, man. He's
His ego
dry.
is getting so big that it's now like, by osmosis, is bringing his dad into it now because his dad's getting in the ring.
Oh, his
Yeah,
dad is.
His dad came out, yeah.
Did Finbar? Did you say you think? Yeah, I think it's real. His dad.
I
thinks
think
it's real.
Shad Khan thought what was happening. I think he thought his son was genuinely beaten up by these guys. It'd be funny if Shad Khan put a hit out on the Young Bucks and
They
Okada.
should-
wouldn't it? You imagine that?
They should have give Okada the Meltzer. No, they should have give Shad Khan the Meltzer driver. The
I think that's
father.
what will happen next. I think his dad will get
Oh,
put through a
God,
table.
please no. We don't need this.
How
We
do
don't
you-
need
but
the
how do you
Khan family versus the.
But
the
how
new
do you-
elite.
How do you top Tony Khan getting beaten up? You beat up his dad.
Oh, what is this going to lead to? I swear to God, if this leads to a match
It's
between
going to lead to
Tony Khan and Jack Perry, I swear to God, I swear to God,
No.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to
Is-
see it. Nobody wants to see it.
is the Young Bucks the AEW Tag Team Champions?
Yes.
Right, so
the ladder
it'll
match.
be, It'll be they'll do like a 6-man where it'll be Okada and the Young Bucks versus Tony Khan and FTR.
God, no.
No.
Tony Khan will pin Kazuchika Okada.
I mean, look. I don't want Tony Khan to become an on-air character, but I have no problem with him getting beat up. But
I mean, it's fun to watch, but
yeah.
but like, no, I do not want this to lead to him being in the ring. That's the last thing we need.
It gives me Dixie Carter vibes.
It gives me Dixie Carter. It gives me Vince McMahon. It gives me Michael Cole. It gives me all of that shit. Eric Bischoff. Like, nah, bruh.
Right, I dislike AEW immensely, right? But this is my promise to both of you because I know you like it. If Shad Khan takes a bump, I will watch AEW. He gets in the ring and takes a bump off somebody.
We like it. We like it, but we're not like we're honest.
You understand the flaws to it, right? You've seen how poorly booked it is at times.
Right. I mean, especially because the first couple years, they were great.
I've seen some of the matches. Some of the matches are decent, but I think the talent's criminally underutilized.
Yeah, and it's like I mentioned this when I was in the chat last week. Like, Swerve just won the AEW World Championship, and you just put him in a random match. But wait, he does do a promo on Collision. You should have had him do it on Dynamite.
He doesn't kick off the show.
If you're gonna do a stupid match, do that on Collision. Don't wait till Collision to give him a promo. What is wrong with you,
Tony? If you think this panel is cheap, then you join it.
I think Tony's upset that the people like you better for Gaming for Geeks.
They can't have me. I mean, I know we're joking about it, but they can't have me, man. I'm unavailable.
I know you are. But yeah, like, man. But yeah, this is like, yeah. So DL, you agree with. I mean, it was obvious that Drew was going to be signed WWE. There was.
Oh yeah, like I don't understand why this was just like an ongoing looming thing and everybody doing rumors. Of course he was going to resign. Like, especially after what we saw from WrestleMania and what they were, what storyline they're building with CM Punk. He's not going to leave. Yeah. And like, he's not going to go to AEW. He's not going to go to TNA. He's going to be best utilized here. So yeah, I knew it was just a matter of time, So
by whose metric, Tony? Huh? Like, fuck, some cope going on there. We had the most fun, Aaron.
Yeah.
Did we or did we not have the most fun on Gavin with Geeks we've ever had because he wasn't ruining it, right?
Yeah,
with his article reading, his thank Googling daily.
Aren't you hosting again Saturday?
No, I think he'll be back. I may have to press the buttons, but I think he'll be back. I need him back because it's my last show.
I think you do a good impersonation of Tony.
I'm not going to be able to do it now because my throat is killing me. It's probably the Tony impersonation that fucked up my throat, to be honest.
Are you Scottish?
Yeah, that's why it's so hard.
Do you know? Oh, Joe, Finbar is really Drew McIntyre.
I'm going to try to do the voice, but I can't do no voices.
Oh, Drew McIntyre's voice?
I can't do it now.
Well,
he does that. So Drew McIntyre he's from here.
Glasgow. Is he from Glasgow? Scotland? Is that what's called, Glasgow, Finbar?
Where Drew's from?
Yeah.
Yes, Glasgow, Scotland.
Okay. Where's Finn? Oh my god.
Oh, and bye.
He'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you, DL. The draft the first night was a letdown. Everybody basically stayed on the same brand, if you really think about it.
Absolutely. It's, like I said, like outside of those four with Braun, Carmelo, Nia Jax, and Kiana, everyone else just stayed where they were. I'm like, really? So hopefully tonight will be a little bit more, be a little more of a shakeup, but like, I don't know. That kind of set a tone for me about what possibly will be happen tonight. But
yeah, what is the pool tonight? Let's see. I want to see the pool tonight.
I got assassinated there by the frog. Did you see that?
Yes, he did. Let's see the.
Joe Mama says, "I honestly thought you were Drew McIntyre."
Hey, Anthony.
Can
you imagine? Hey, Joe, how we get to that day when I could interview people like Drew McIntyre?
What we could do is we could just, it's so easy to AI people's voices. We could just have you interview people and have them say the most outlandish shit,
Get like a WWE wrestler that really shit on AEW and we can pretend it's really them. Like,
you just go. So Drew, what's your the question on everybody's lips is your sexual preference? Yeah, I like guys. Like, just have him. I'm into guys with shaved asses. He always uses a little bit of an American twang in his voice because he's been there too long.
Oh my
God. So yeah, okay, night 2 preview, right? Yeah, it's like that's just a lackluster. I think most WWE drafts are lackluster because most of the time superstars always stay on the same brand. Like 90% of the time, they never get moved.
I mean, yeah, I was hoping like the last like actually really good draft to me was in 2016. That was actually they actually shook things up. They were balanced pretty well. But yeah, ever since then, it's just like it just made no sense, it's just like it's very predictable. So I was hoping that the Triple H era, he was gonna really shake things up and
Nope.
But I don't know. No, it's the same thing. Like I thought this is your chance, Hunter. You could do it. You could have the roster any way you want to, and you're just keeping them the same. Like no.
Yeah.
Especially because the women's rosters are not properly balanced. So I hope they fix that tonight. The tag team divisions aren't properly balanced. So I was hoping he would at least do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad though. One thing I'm glad about is that the champions are staying where they are, so that won't be confused. And I was surprised because since
I like that.
Yeah, I like
That's
that too.
a good change.
Like if the only time I would accept it is if all the champions on the rosters will switch with the other champions. Like all the champions that are on Raw will go to SmackDown and vice versa. That's the only time I would accept it. But like I'm surprised because Cody's still on SmackDown. I would think because the Netflix deal is coming up, they would want him on Raw, but they're like, no, he's going to stay on SmackDown. Okay.
They kind of gave that away, right? Oh, I'm a SmackDown superstar now before the draft, before the rules.
But they never said at that point that the champions were going to be locked to brands.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that because
he kind of gave it away in the promo.
No,
I'm a SmackDown superstar.
No, he gave away that he was blocked to SmackDown at the time because he won the title. But I like that idea as well. That if you win the Royal Rumble and elect to chase the other title from the other brand, you automatically switch brands if you win it. Keep the titles locked hard into the brands that they're in, and they need to be because the women's and the men's world titles are versions of each other. The Raw tag team champions have got a bit of red in them. I know it's a bit silly, but I don't like it when I'm OCD. I like the colours to match. I like the belts to match. I want women's mid-card belts now as well to match the US, and I want rid of that US title and I want that WCW US title style back, right? And
no. I like that US title. Don't get rid of it. I like it.
The current one looks like a toy, man.
The current one looks like a Super Bowl ring. That's why I like it. It looks like a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, no, like ball.
But no, they need more women before they think about bringing in mid-card titles. We barely have a tag team division.
They have mid-card for NXT. The women.
That's understandable because the women's roster in NXT, there's a lot of women there, so that's understandable. Yeah. But not on the main roster.
we were having this chat. I think we were probably talking about it the other night on Gambling with Geeks. Actually, we were talking about women's wrestling because we were mentioning how Tony hates it, right? And he's right. There is a lot of useless women. What they want to do is they want to go and plunder Stardom, go to Stardom and plunder it, and take as many Japanese women as they can, and they can populate their roster with really good, solid Japanese wrestlers. These women are outstanding wrestlers. They fucking drop each other on their heads, for Christ's sake. Have you seen it?
Yeah, but you can't
really tough women. No, I don't mean bring them over and let them do that because their style is too hard. It's too strong. I bring them over and have them do the WWE style, but they can move and they can work and they're not sloppy. They're well trained.
I mean, if their plan is to expand, but still,
I think
there's a whole thing about the NXT Europe and NXT Asia or something like that.
I don't think that's happening. Honestly, I don't think those are happening.
Well, until then, I mean, I don't see the main roster bringing in a mid card title.
I don't see NXT Europe happening because there's this other company, huge company called AEW. You know, why not just go there? They allow us to travel back and forth.
No, I see more chance of it now that Triple H has more of a control over it. Triple H is a very big on territories, right? He liked that idea.
I just
He even mentioned it before when he was under Vince.
Yeah, I mean, I like that idea as well. Like if they want to expand not only to Europe but to Asia, Africa, like and that's another way of getting more talent on television. If they want to introduce mid card titles or tag team titles, that's another way of doing that is to expand. Because right now there's not enough people for you to have all these titles.
who's gonna? They're not gonna scrap the tag team titles. They're gonna have new champions at the end of Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be Bianca and Jade.
There's no way.
Bianca and Jade,
Jade Cargill ain't losing.
Yeah.
Not singles, not tag team, nothing. They'll be tag team champions. They need to be, and I want to see the Kyrie and Asuka split, so they can go back to singles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
DL, I don't think you're gonna be happy about this, but Peacock is hiking the prices.
I just saw that, and I mean it's annoying, but compared to the other streaming services, this is one of the cheaper ones, so it's fine. And I have the ad tier, so I'm okay with keeping it at the ad tier. I don't need the premium. It's annoying. I knew it was bound to happen, but
Yeah.
I cannot wait till
Maybe.
stuff goes to Netflix, so I can so I won't have to use Peacock anymore.
Then
Yeah,
Netflix will double
yeah.
its price.
Yeah, I know that's happening. It's
As they always hike the price. Netflix.
There's got to come a point though, right? I mean, Netflix is bad, man. There's got to come a point where they have to think,
No.
can't really raise this anymore. It's
Disney
costing
Plus.
$99
Disney Plus,
a month.
man. Disney Plus.
Yeah, they
really
did it. Well.
expensive too.
But Disney Plus, to be fair, started. I don't know what you guys paid for it, but we had it for £5.99 in the UK.
Oh, it was cheap at first. It was cheap at first.
It was
Disney
always
Plus.
going to get raised.
Yeah.
It's like crack, right? What it was Disney Plus came on and it was full of you remember like the old X-Men cartoons and the old DuckTales, the stuff we grew up on, and then it was like, it's £5.99, and it's like, have a little bit of crack, Finbar. Do you like that crack? Yeah. Well, here you go. You got to pay twice as much now for that crack. And then
Disney Plus is like, you know what? Oh, we're gonna have all this Marvel and Star Wars stuff. And the first year Disney Plus came into effect, it was like the pandemic.
Yeah.
But
And,
that's us. But even worse if you've got a child who needs Disney Plus.
Yeah.
We're gonna put all these Pixar films on Disney Plus. We're not gonna give them theatrical releases. Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a fan of Peacock. I'm not. I don't like how it's set up. It's annoying. So hopefully when the Peacock deal is over, they can go somewhere better. Like hopefully, I would like to eventually see all their stuff go on Netflix. So it's like
I think it'll go on Netflix, the library, all of that. I think SmackDown will just stay on the USA Network, but I think it's gonna head to Netflix eventually in the States. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it going to be? Am I reading right that SmackDown will move to Netflix outside the States?
Oh yeah, because internationally,
No.
all their all SmackDown and NXT stuff will be on their their Netflix, but not in the US.
No, Joe. No, that's not the case. Because SmackDown, well, it doesn't. Yes, Disney Plus has some of the Fox assets for their entertainment, for like movies and TV shows, but it doesn't have for their. They don't own
the TV division. The TV division is not owned by Disney.
Yeah,
They only-
and
they
also
news
Finbar,
as well, like,
the deal's up in October, and they're going back to
deal-
USA.
is that signed though? The USA deal.
Yeah, that's signed. Yeah, that's
That's for sure.
But Aaron, that's for Dial and the guys in the States. That wouldn't be for us though, right? It would be free to find another network outside the States.
What- yeah, that's the state.
Yeah,
So we
is
may-
it like
we
as
may
I said?
see it
Is
on
it,
Netflix.
right? Like I thought I saw it internationally that they're gonna get SmackDown on Netflix as well. And
You guys in the States get rinsed by the WWE
No.
or by everybody.
Like
'Cause,
no, everybody Netflix from the get go was petty as fuck because they'll be getting content because people internationally will get content that we don't get.
Yeah.
They get more stuff than we do in the U.S. and like that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, probably because of like ownership of certain properties, but just like it's annoying. We get the least amount of content, and it was started in America, and we get the least amount of stuff. I don't get it. It's annoying. It seems so much more convenient with you guys. Like it must be nice.
I think that they're not talking to. Disney. No, they're not going to Disney. They talked to Disney. They talked to Disney, but they were talking to a bunch of different studios about where they're going to have their shows on. You have to do that to see what the.
Yeah, I did not think that they were going to Disney.
Yeah.
Bring up Mambo's question about Bloodline, because I'm not surprised. I believe the Bloodline was not drafted. It
just stayed where they were.
But it's
or was it somebody dropped out?
Yeah, it's only Solo,
Tamatanga
and Paul Heyman. So I believe tonight you're going to see Jimmy drafted to Raw, and I think you'll see a reunion between the Usos at some point.
So Roman Reigns gets to withdraw. You think
that's why, and the reason why he's done that is because he's going to show up on Raw, and they're going to form their bloodline on that side.
Oh, I'm just saying. I think Roman's going to withdraw from the draft period. I think he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah, he won't be drafted tonight. He'll be. What I'm saying is, when he eventually returns to TV, he'll return to Raw to join up with the Twins.
Yeah,
and then Paul Heyman will either come across or they'll get Rikishi.
And I think whenever Jacob Fatu
he'll go with the other guys,
the new bloodline, and then do you think Sami Zayn's gonna help them because he's an honorary Oos?
Maybe.
I'd quite like
unless they debut somebody. Huh?
I'd quite like to see Seth Rollins reconcile with Roman now that Roman's got his revenge on him.
I don't know how likely that would be.
They reconciled in the past. They talk about the Shield, so when Roman the tribal chief, they reconciled in the past before. I mean, they kind of brought back Shield back a couple times. So,
but I think the idea was that Roman had never got it out of his system until WrestleMania, because in WrestleMania, that guy didn't even get a move off on him. Like, he punched him in the head as he was getting in the ring, and then he hit him with a chair, and he fell exactly the same way he fell.
He's not injured.
Okay, well, you know what? Put those guys one-on-one to get whatever their stuff is left out of their system. If Roman could win, for all I care, because he's never really beaten Seth Rollins clean. So let them have their one-on-one match to get it out of their system, and then go from there. I feel like it's more plausible for Sami to help them than Seth, to be honest, because like Sami seems like a more noble person to do that than Seth. I don't think he would like instantly just
I don't believe
Roman and them.
I don't believe they need noble. I think they need to be. They've got to be tweeners a little bit. They can't be straight baby faces. You know what I mean? To go against the final boss and his faction, they're gonna.
Roman's gonna be when Roman comes back, he's going to be a babyface.
He'll be a babyface, but he won't be acting like the old Roman. He'll be acting like the current prick Roman.
Right, like he'll be a badass. He'll be a badass babyface.
Yeah.
I want to see
how they should have done him in the first place as a babyface. Do you remember when they had him?
Yeah,
he was getting rejected all the time, right? And
right.
I remember there was one show where he just came out and beat the shit out of. I think it was like Dolph Ziggler and guys like that. I think it might have been Baron Corbin actually. He just punched the shit out of him, and the crowd were into it because he did it right before the bell rung. Mm-hmm. So he was being.
I remember we beat the shit out Triple H. Beat the shit out Triple H after getting screwed. Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
They were desperate.
Speaking, Baron Corbin's on
SmackDown again.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Hopefully,
he got drafted off air, didn't he? It's like
right. I thought they were going to have him pair up with Braun Breaker again.
What movies?
But no, they're going to be their separate ways. Hopefully, Triple H will be able to do something with
Corbin.
I mean, yeah, because he's been doing some decent work on NXT. So it's like if they continue with that momentum with him, I think he will be fine. Hopefully, it won't be another Karrion Kross situation.
Oh, you mean you said Roman's hot. You mean The Rock? He's doing that.
Is Roman going to be in one of them?
And Fast and Furious. The next Fast and Furious, they haven't started filming yet. And
when is that series going to end, man?
Remember, we're all dead.
Well, we outlasted it. We outlasted Paul Walker at least.
When your daughter reaches the same age as you, at some point.
Yeah, I won't live to see that, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks.
We kid on the show.
No, I think I know like where it's going to go. So Joe was saying that Roman's away. So
yeah,
I think where it will end up is it will drag on like this for a while, and it will be.
Look, Roman's, Roman. It's always been someone that takes breaks in between, right? Even his title reign. So I'm not surprised he's taking a break.
He held the title, yeah.
Yeah, this is nothing different, right? But it was so weird talking to people like, I don't know. I showed you this on Twitter, right? When I'm talking, look. I know you hate AEW.
I don't hate it.
But you have to admit, Okada and Ospreay are better than Tonga in the ring.
Yeah, well, AEW's got some fantastic wrestlers. They've put on good matches. I've seen some of them, but it isn't to watch it and see the 400 fans watching it. The stupid stories. Coked up Tony Khan and the terrible ringing, the commentary, and they've got so much better options there.
Yes, they do.
They choose to always go with the worst. They come up with stupid gimmicks. You know what I mean?
I mean, some of them. I don't think all of them were dumb. But
what was that stupid fucking gimmick that they were doing? Like a it was like a gauntlet match, but the rules were dead convoluted. And
are you talking about the casino gauntlet match? That was
and the crowd didn't know what the rules were. Like they didn't, because they're not explaining it to the live crowd. It's like
it's like a Royal Rumble, but instead of throwing people over the top rope, they're pinning them in the ring to eliminate.
Yeah.
Because they're throwing things at the wall, trying to get it to stick because they don't want it to mimic WWE. Mimic them, just do what they do. Do a Royal Rumble.
Actually, I like that match will be fine if they just laid out the rules from the get-go instead of just throwing it there. And why is this not for the number one contendership for the world title? Why is this for the international championship?
Do you know what else bugs me, DL, quite a lot? Is I keep seeing championship eliminator match where some jobber goes up against the champion.
They have rankings.
The idea is if they beat the champion, they get a title shot. They've just beaten the fucking champion.
They just did that with Swerve. Like, why are you doing this? He just won the title. Why are you doing this?
And they remember at the beginning of AEW DL, they put emphasis on rankings.
Do they do that anymore?
That don't matter. That don't matter. Like Serena Deeb just came on Dynamite after not being on television for over a month, and apparently she's now the number one contender. And maybe she had matches on Ring of Honor or Rampage, but nobody watches that.
But that's ridiculous because that was never explained either how they utilize that. I know they bring up a card that says singles, tag, and trios, right? But if you've had 2 matches and you won both, and another guy's had 30 matches and he's won 20 of the 30, the guy with the 2 matches is ranked higher than you. Right?
I personally hate the idea of rankings in wrestling because wrestling is scripted.
Because it's kayfabe.
Yeah. It's not sports, man. Like, seriously, it's scripted, man. Like, I personally hate it. I mean, it's really stupid. It's really stupid, but you got the worst wrestler go over the best wrestler in wrestling if you wanted to.
The only way to rank people for a title shot is the best way to do it is either they just engineer a program with somebody because it's so hot, right? Yeah, that's how it normally happens. Or you have a tournament, like a knockout tournament to decide the number one contender. That's the 2 ways to do it. That's the 2 ways the WWE do it. And it's the only 2 ways you should do it.
WWE doesn't do rankings. Like, they don't do rankings because they know it's stupid.
No, they don't. Yeah.
My problem with the rankings thing that you had in AEW was Jade Cargill was undefeated as the TBS champion, right? Is that the title she had?
Yeah.
Why was she not the fucking number one contender for the world title?
I mean, same thing with Orange Cassidy when he was the international champion. Like, what was his undefeated streak? Like, he should have been the number one contender for the world championship.
And that's another question. What is that title? What is the mid-card title? Is it the TNT? Is it the international?
Oh, they have a bunch. It's supposed to be the TNT title at first. Wait to introduce that.
It's supposed to be.
and
they got so many belts. I know we say about that. About
I mean, there used to be a time when WWE used to have the European title. Remember that?
Yeah, but when they had the European title, though, Aaron, they didn't have two separate brands.
No, that's
the European
true.
title never made it onto the split, the draft.
But WWE back in those days, WWE did not have like 10 different titles. They had like the tag team titles, the World Heavyweight Championship, Intercontinental title, and the European title. And
I like the European title because it was very obviously the step down from the IC title.
Yeah, right? It was third tier to that. Yeah. But AEW has more European titles, like the Continental title, the one they crowned that dynasty. They have like 2 European titles, if you ask me.
But they've also got all those Ring of Honor titles, and they're also now having New Japan's belts show up on the show, and AAA as well, right?
Can we stop with the ROH stuff, please?
Yeah.
ROH would be good if it was utilized correctly, but it's not being used right.
It's not being utilized correctly, and then you have such great talent there that's not
on
television. Like freaking Athena should be on television.
Yeah, she shouldn't be there. Ring of Honor should be the NXT of AEW. It should be a smaller indie developmental territory that's not on TV. It doesn't have to be on TV.
I mean, honestly, if I would like replace Rampage with the Ring of Honor, because there's no reason for having Rampage there. To be honest, it's just house show.
That's
what it is.
There's no point having Rampage just before Collision. Seriously.
Is that when it comes on?
It comes on. It comes on after SmackDown.
Yeah, after SmackDown, and Collision is the next night.
Collision is Saturday. Saturday night's a terrible day to have wrestling.
Is Rampage still
WCW used to have Saturday night TV, but it wasn't like, but they didn't have Nitro at the time, right? They didn't go prime time. It wasn't like prime time. But Collision was on prime time, 8 o'clock, because it was on like it was like on TBS or whatever. I don't know what's TBS or TNT. It's.
I gotta head out, guys.
All right, take care.
All right, DL. See you soon. You coming for Saturday, DL? You're gonna watch along?
Watch what? Oh! Backlash is this weekend.
It's a Saturday, yeah.
I keep forgetting. Well, I'm gonna be at work when it's live, so I probably have to watch the replay. So.
Man.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I know.
Then in that case, DL, I'll see you in a few months.
Well, Thursday, if DL's we're gonna do predictions.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna make it until Saturday. Saturday's the first day.
You said you might be in the comments. Yeah,
I'll be in the comments, but I'm gonna be gone, DL. Yeah, I'm gonna be gone.
I hope Finn Balor's back by SummerSlam.
I'm not gonna be back. When is it? August?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I may be back for SummerSlam. Hopefully.
Oh man. Okay. have a good time off.
Yeah,
I'm just going on holiday,
Okay. A 3-month holiday.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Well, take care, DL. Yeah.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah. Right, man. What else is there? Actually, there is some AEW injury news. Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs and Julia Hart are injured. It kind of makes sense with Julia Hart because her match at AEW Dynasty was like 5 minutes long. And usually when a match is 5 minutes long, it usually is a squash match. But in a title match, I figured that against Nightingale was like, Julia Hart's really hurt. Is really injured.
Is she a champion?
When going to that match, she was a champion.
Did she lose it?
Yes.
Was that an audible, do you think?
I actually think it was I actually thought injury, no injury. I thought there's gonna be title change because of Mercedes Moné and Willie Nightingale's history anyway.
Is Willow Nightingale the chunky one?
Yeah, the chunky one that likes to
dance.
Yeah. And she'll be out sometime. Powerhouse Hobbs is out. Oh, well, you know our good friend Darby Alin, right?
I know. I had to get hit by a bus.
Yes.
I bet he was trying to do a spot off the bus.
Do you think it was? I don't think it was an accident. I think he got hit on a bus on purpose.
I think he tried to do that. What does he call it? The coffin drop. I think he tried to do a coffin drop from the top. You don't have double deckers, do you? But
in New York, no, I don't think they have double deckers. No.
You imagine him doing a coffin drop off a double decker under the wheels. Has he beat the Everest yet? Has he tried to climb Everest yet, or is he? Not
I
done
think
that
he said he was fine and stuff. Like, I think he did it. I think like you, he did it on purpose.
yet? He probably got his head ran over and he just stood up and dusted himself off.
I want to see what the details are about this. Where is the details on his injury? Darby Alin. All right.
Funny if he got hit and half his face all got busted up, sort of like he had his face paint on. Just
Oh,
half of his face.
okay. Look. I know it's not funny. It's not funny to get hit by it.
Yeah, you can laugh if he's okay. If he's
But-
all right.
But the thing is, what makes it so funny about this, even though it is obviously do not tend to get hit by this, we know he's a daredevil, right? So like him getting hurt, it's like he does it to himself all the time.
He seems suicidal most of the time.
Oh, he got hit by a bus by crossing a street. He went to see a Broadway show afterwards. So this guy got hit by a bus.
Well, he got hit by a bus and then went to a Broadway show afterwards.
Yeah.
With his face all bleeding. Oh man, you couldn't. That would be rejected as a storyline if you would say that's ridiculous. That would never happen. As long as he's okay. If he went to a Broadway show afterwards, he was fine. So it's okay.
Of course. Finbar, define fine with Darby Allin.
Well, if he's going into a theatre to watch a show,
I think with a normal paint thread show to a normal person, it's different than Darby Allin's because of stuff like he does in the ring.
But he's not going to be sitting in the theatre with internal bleeding and his arm hanging off, going, I better get that looked at after the show's finished.
He would if he put himself through glass. He probably would.
No, but he'll be fine. Sure, he'll be fine. When they say hit by a bus, it probably means he just got like grazed.
Yeah, probably. Like the bus obviously wasn't going very fast, right? New York traffic, you know how it is. It's probably going very slow and wasn't like. Obviously, if it was going fast, if it was going at a speed, it'd be not in the Broadway show. He'd be in the freaking hospital.
He probably tried to clothesline it or something. Silly.
The bus.
Oh.
No. You know Jack Perry match, Cry Me a River, where they use real glass.
Yeah.
He said, "Cry me a river." Do you try to push somebody through the bus's windshield?
Or just throw himself through the window.
Yeah, to do himself.
Coffin drop through the window. No, he tried to coffin drop through the window, but bounced off of it, and then he went, "Oh, it's real glass." Down your liver. He just walked it off into a Broadway show.
This is so funny. We shouldn't make fun of this, but we just know how Darby Allin is, right? Like I say.
Somebody's like, can you come in? There's a guy that needs a medical assistant. They called 911, right? They need medical assistance. Where is he? He's watching Cats right now.
He should be Sting cannot babysit him anymore.
Yeah. Is he not around? I know he's retired, but is he just left the company?
No, he hasn't been shown since his last match at the pay-per-view.
He needs to come in and take the Booker's job. Sting.
Ooh. I don't think he wants that. I think it's a lot of work.
Somebody needs to do it.
Get Ric Flair to do it.
Yeah. Nah,
I want to know your thoughts on this. I know your thoughts on this, but let's make it public. Remember I showed you that Kevin Nash said Will Ospreay is not in shape?
Yeah. Kevin Nash does a lot of things. Right? I like Nash. Nash is
Yeah, I like Nash.
You remember when he was explaining? Do you know that guy he does the show with now? Sean, what's the guy's name? Sean.
Yeah,
something.
Sean Oliver.
Sean Oliver. Do you remember when Sean Oliver was doing that show years ago and he had Kevin Nash on and Kevin Nash was explaining how he booked WCW?
Mm-hmm.
He's got, I'll just grab this board over here and I'll sketch it out. Did you remember this interview?
Yeah, it was
So he goes, so you got
I know the show. He interviewed Jim. His Jim Cornette interviews are good too.
Yeah. So he goes, you got Nitro, which is 3 hours. He's going.
He's so late. He sounds like Highway.
And then you got Thunder, which is on Saturday, which is taped. So it's 2 hours. Right, and then you got Nitro, which is 3 hours. And then Sean Oliver just nodding. And he's going. So you got 3, 5, 7 hours of TV.
I just put myself over and my buddy's over. That's all we do.
And then you got one guy going, well, that doesn't work for me, brother. Do you remember? Talking about Hogan. You got one guy with creative control going, "That doesn't work for me, brother."
Yeah, AEW. It'd be hilarious if AEW gets Hogan or like book the show.
But they're all so. It would be funny back in like TNA was quite good because it was like 20 years ago. Hogan's in his 70s. Flair's too old. Flair's lucky he's alive, right?
Oh yeah.
These guys are all dying, right? So the guys you're talking about now is like Sting, who's in his 50s, nearly 60. I think he may be in his 60s.
Sting's in his 60s. Yeah,
so he's in good shape, and he seems to be in quite good mental state. So it's younger guys you're thinking about now. So it'd be like,
I think Sting looks like a better shape than Jericho. Jericho looks fat.
But that's who you want to be looking at. People like Jericho, who should be retiring now.
Yeah.
Who else? There must be a few other people who have got ideas. You know who would be a really good booker if he was still alive? Like, I know he would have been still young. Bray Wyatt. If Bray Wyatt had lived, because that guy's got a mind on him, you know.
Oh yeah.
He had. If he could have lived to retirement, he would have been a good booker.
Booker T would have been a good booker.
Yeah. His name, man.
It's his name. And I think he has his own. He has his own promotion, Reality Wrestling, where he teaches people.
Yeah. Who came out of it? Was it Athena? What's her name?
Athena came out of it. Roxanne Perez came out of it. I think Trick Williams did too.
Yeah, Trick would have done because he likes Trick. He's always doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for a fact.
I like it.
Well, he's not a good commentator. Booker T's not a good commentator, though. He's not.
No, he's not. But they need to get that sound bite and put it into Trick's music when he does eventually get called up, because Booker won't be there to do the rap over the top of it. You know, when the crowd are all going, "Whoa, that Trick." He's going,
what's it called? Do you watch NXT?
I don't watch it, but I know who's on it. Like, or I know some of who's on it. Like, I don't know who that Kiana James is. I only found out who she was when she was.
She's like a CEO accountant.
But I know who the champions are. I know who. Who is the NXT championship was one off of Dragon.
Trick Williams now.
Trick's the champ, right?
Yeah.
And I know who the girl who has the women's title now, Roxanne
Perez.
Or I've seen Obafemi. I think he's quite good.
Yeah, he's huge. He's big. I think it's a future.
I don't really know much about the tag champs. I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's Nathan Fraser and Axiom, because it beat Corbin.
Right, okay. I've seen Axiom, the masked guy.
Yeah.
But I know Charlie Dempsey is
William
Regal's son. So I know some of them are, but I don't know the roster. I don't watch it. So
Nathan Fraser was trained by Seth Rollins at the Seth Rollins school.
Right.
Yeah, I know that.
Everybody's got a school, haven't they?
Every wrestler has a school somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious. It's hilarious that Kevin Nash getting Wilson. Are these older wrestlers always like they're never appreciated the younger wrestlers?
No, because they were trying to hold them down long enough to keep the spot. Like, it was a very cutthroat world.
And they could do stuff that these older wrestlers couldn't dream of doing in the ring.
The current top guys seem a lot more gentle. Like Cena and guys like that were always a lot more gentle. And I know it's a bit silly because Cena hogged the title for years. But that was because McMahon wanted that. Cena looked like he wanted other talent pushed as well.
There was times where Cena's been accused of stopping a push, like certain superstars.
Well, there was that one guy, wasn't there? His name I can't remember now. That was Alex Riley.
Yeah, Alex Riley. He definitely stopped the push Alex Riley was growing. That's a fact. Yeah.
But I don't believe Cena would have done that just out of badness. I think Alex Riley was probably doing something that he shouldn't have been doing, and Cena took offense to it, maybe.
He's the one. Him and Orton are the one that got Kennedy fired from WWE.
Who?
Mr. Kennedy or Mr. Anderson, as he's now.
Is that the word? Is he got him fired?
Yeah, because in the match, he hurt Randy Orton.
So he was unsafe.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. So Cena's generally quite a safe worker.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
And
because he doesn't do any moves that require a lot of.
I mean, he has done he's done table spots and stuff, right? So he doesn't do it all the time.
But he doesn't do a lot of crazy spots. He doesn't do like a Hurricanrana, a DDT, or stuff like that. Like some of the younger wrestlers these days.
Yeah.
Do. Because a lot of the bigger wrestlers now do what the cruiserweights and the smaller wrestlers could do back in our day. Now,
but if people like Kennedy were hurting people, and I know Ryback was a bit hurty as well. Like these people need to be got rid of if they don't improve and they don't stop hunting. Like Nia Jax should have gone a long time ago.
Well, she was gone.
Permanently. The only reason she's still there is because probably The Rock saved her.
Yeah, I want my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
That's why I thought she was going to be the world champion. Like I was sure of it.
Yeah, I want.
And then Becky was all like. Then you saw the start of the show and you thought, "Nah, Becky's going to get it here. This is what this is leading up to."
Mm-hmm. We got 15 minutes left in the show. That's good. It's good.
Have we covered all the wrestling that we need to cover?
No, not all of it.
What are we missing?
Well, WrestleMania 41 update again. It looks like it's looking more and more towards that Vegas is going to get it, not Minnesota.
I think Vegas would be a good shout if the weather's nice.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've been to Vegas, so yeah, I know what the weather is like. Yeah. It's definitely warmer.
Can't tell us anything about it. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, and look, if you're gonna do Rock Cody or Rock Roman, do you want that in Minnesota or Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think Vegas would be better.
Yeah, because Vegas is like the bigger. Vegas is it's Vegas. It speaks for itself. UFC has some of the biggest events there, right? Some of the biggest fights there, right? Matches at Vegas. Boxing, right? Boxing, same thing, right?
Yeah.
So sporting events usually have some of the biggest stuff there, right? So wrestling is, well, even though wrestling is scripted, is all this, they consider themselves a combat sport in that way, right? So they see themselves as, this is if they're doing Rock Cody, Rock Roman, we gotta do this in a major city like Vegas. And no disrespect to Minnesota people out there, it ain't Vegas.
But Minnesota's climate as well, is that not sort of similar to what it was in? I
think it's colder in Philadelphia.
Is it's colder, right?
Because
night one were dead because of the cold. I think
the difference. I think because the winds in the central part of the U.S., north central part of the U.S., is worse than the winds in the eastern part of the U.S.
Yeah, I think Vegas makes the most sense.
And the thing is, Minnesota does have a dome, has a roof, but whatever. But like Vegas does. And Vegas Stadium is relatively kind of young, right? It's only been around for a few years. Same as Minnesota Stadium, but
having a dome, though, the dome would be restrictive for fireworks. I mean, they like to fireworks at the end of the show, so you need an open stadium.
And WrestleMania. I mean, WrestleMania used to be in hockey, basketball arenas. I mean, they started off in football, baseball stadiums. Then they moved to hockey, basketball arenas. Then they moved back to baseball, football size stadiums, right? To get more crowd into them. Even though personally, I think the viewing from a baseball or football stadium for a wrestling show is terrible. I don't think it's a good. I think the angles is horrible. I think it's better suited for a basketball hockey arena because of how the arenas are shaped.
I don't like the baseball stadiums because the baseball stadiums have always got one stand that's weird.
It's a diamond shaped stadium. Yeah. It's not the best wrestling. Same with football.
But football stadiums are more.
It's oval. Yeah.
So they're more like a bigger version of a basketball.
Yeah.
Or
the best stadium. Are basketball hockey arenas.
Yeah, I mean but you don't want to have your biggest event there because you need to pack 70,000 people into it. You can't just go with 20,000. The only place you get away with that is Madison Square Garden, really.
No, it's SummerSlam in Toronto was in the hockey arena.
Yeah, I know, but the biggest one. I mean, the WrestleMania has only ever been in a big stadium or Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah. You have to find a city. They have to find a city where could fit that many people in the States. And the London Mayor is pretty stupid. Not because of WrestleMania, Because all the other stuff, the idea, we're going to get an NFL team, an NBA team. Newsflash, you're not going to get an NFL team. NFL is like the most American sport there is in the world, okay? England ain't getting a football team.
I think when somebody wants to be re-elected, they say a lot of crazy shit and they try to appeal to who they think will get them elected.
I know.
He does not want to be
playing with. You're Scottish, right? You're Scottish. You're not English, but you agree with me. Like, nope.
I used to live in close proximity to London for a long time, Aaron. Yeah, so I know all about it.
Yeah. Like,
it's not. It's an empty promise. You can't say, "Oh, I'll bring WrestleMania here."
And here's the thing, Finbar. Toronto has a basketball team, and there's a lot of American players are so ignorant about Canada. You think they would go want to play in London? Right? You think they would be? Americans are ignorant as when it comes to other countries.
Sure, they sure are.
Okay, it's true. The Americans are come at me. It's gonna come at me, but like it's true, right, Finbar? They're ignorant. They don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called Australian quite a few times recently.
Yeah,
by a certain person.
Yeah.
Even though I've constantly mentioned them from Scotland.
They're like the dumbest people when it comes to outside of America. Geography.
Yeah.
Like seriously, okay.
You can ask some of them to point to Canada on a map and they can't do it, and that's the fucking closest.
Canada's bigger than it's the second biggest country in landmass.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Toronto's a Canadian city. We have Canadian currency. Blah blah blah. Toronto's not a lot different than American city. Let me tell you the truth. Okay, I think the most American city in Canada there is.
Yeah.
Okay. And U.S. itself is like a bunch of different countries in one, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah. They all have their own separate law and shit like that, right? They've all got It's weird, man. It's a weird, strange place.
Yeah.
Now that we've lost all the American audience by.
Yeah, I mean the NFL,
the country.
Yeah, the NFL is like they're trying to make the sport more global, right? The NFL's not working. Yeah. Like they tried to go to England. Now they're bringing here's a stupid idea. They're trying to make a football game, an NFL game to Brazil first week of the season, right? Freaking Brazil. What do they know about NFL football? Taylor Swift?
Is that whose team they're trying to bring specifically? Her boy?
No, it's not. No, it's Philadelphia. Some other team, and I can tell you, one of the Philadelphia Eagle fans are pissed.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about egg ball outside.
And Brazil? Are you kidding? Like, especially Brazil? You freaking kidding me? Our new football stadium could potentially be shared with an MLB if we get a team.
How does that work?
I see it happens. They could do it. They do it. I seen it.
Would they not need to keep changing the pitch every 5 minutes though?
Well, the thing is, they could do it because NFL starts in September, and they end in December. Where baseball starts. Baseball starts in April to ends in September. All they gotta do is make sure on Sundays or Thursdays is that one is the away team.
But isn't the pitch such a different shape that it wouldn't?
Oh, they have done it before. I believe in Oakland they've done it. I believe Miami has done it. Not anymore Miami because both teams are in different stadiums now. But I know the Dolphins and the Marlins share the stadium. I believe the Raiders and the A's share the stadium, and it has been done. It has been done.
There we go. We talked about other sports there, so
yeah. I mean, why not, right?
You're telling the truth.
Yeah.
SmackDown Wrestling Sports.
Is it? Yeah, Taylor Swift. You know what? Here, if it's Philadelphia, Kansas City, and Brazil, and Taylor Swift's gonna be there, good. Okay, it makes sense. But seriously, you think people in Brazil look, they're playing flag football to the Olympics this year, or is it this year? But they're bringing the flag football to the Summer Olympics. I know Summer Olympics is this year. I'm not sure if they're bringing it to this year one or the next Olympics. But like seriously, who in the freaking world plays football in general besides Canada and the US?
Yeah. Reminding me of Taylor Swift. I'm going to try and get her. You can AI somebody singing. I'm going to try and get her AI singing the game. It's time to play the game.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, maybe yes. But it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. NFL cannot. And the thing is, NFL They try so hard to be globalized. There's only one country where they will be succeeding, and it'll be Canada. It'll be Toronto, at least Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd have to be a neighbouring English-speaking country, and that's the only one.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
We don't care about in England. Like
most of the world, soccer's always first, no matter what.
Yeah, outside the US.
Yeah. Yeah. No matter what.
Mexico as well, especially that soccer's number one.
Like 95% of the world is football, soccer football. Right? Soccer football.
Yeah, it's bigger business than any American sport. Like the money involved.
Exactly.
Because it's global.
Because let's be honest, it's easy to pay for soccer compared to football. Because you gotta need that equipment and all that stuff. Soccer, you just need to be outside and have a ball and just kick it around. That's it.
Yeah.
So the cost is not all that high. That's an issue with football and hockey here. Hockey has that problem too.
It's also a much easier sport to get your head around. It's easier to pick up.
Football's a harder sport.
I can't understand football. Can't understand baseball. I can kind of get my head around basketball.
It's not the hardest sport to play. Hockey is the hardest sport to play.
Yeah, I can imagine hockey would be tough to play. It's quite.
You know what I call hockey? You know what I call hockey? I call hockey soccer on ice, which is more physicality. Yeah, Japanese baseball is pretty huge. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. In Japan, baseball probably eclipses soccer. But that's probably the only. I think that's probably the only place.
Maybe in Japan only. Maybe Korea. Maybe possibly in Korea.
No, I think soccer is still number one in Korea.
Yeah, but I think baseball.
Been better at it than the Japanese.
Mm-hmm. I could maybe some Caribbean countries may have baseball higher than soccer.
I think they're all soccer mad as well.
Oh, every country's basically soccer mad besides here. I mean, look, Canada's becoming more soccer mad because we're getting better at soccer.
Yeah, you're gonna get the World Cup.
Yeah, we're getting a World Cup, the North American Cup, World Cup. Yeah,
which means that Canada has a buy into the group stage, so you will be.
We're hosting
to the world this time.
I mean, we went to the World Cup, the last World Cup. We almost beat Belgium. Did we almost beat Belgium? Or tied with Belgium?
I can't remember. You did appear in it, yeah. And you've got a couple of decent players as well who you never really had many good Canadian players. Now you're getting a few.
Yeah, because we're getting better. We're getting better at football, soccer. That's a fact. It's true. I
don't know if you've still got the young guy that we had at my club.
Who's your club?
Rangers, Glasgow Rangers. Canadian. Fraser Aird, that was his name. How many caps has he got? He's got 8 caps for Canada, so he is at... Oh, no, wait a minute. 2015 to 17. Is he retired?
Oh.
No, he's also played for the Canadian.
Yeah, I forget his name. I forget the player's name, but he plays for Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
And that's a prestige. That's a prestige football team in the world.
Germany. Is he the current squad? Part of the current squad?
Yeah, I think he's on the current squad. What's his name? I forget his name.
Sorry, I'll find him. Before Raw. Alphonso Davies.
Yes, Alphonso Davies. Yeah.
So Alphonso Davies is he was born in Ghana, right?
Yeah, but yeah,
he declared for Canada. He's current. Yeah, so you'll see him at the World Cup. He's got 45 caps, and 15 goals. He's a good player.
Yeah.
So I mean, you'll get a few people. So you can do this in soccer, right?
You know what's the next sport? This is the next sport that I think could counter soccer in terms of world popularity. I think it's basketball.
Nah, I don't see that.
I don't think it's going to catch up to soccer ever. But right now, I think it's the second most popular sport in the world.
Basketball.
Yeah, Canada, US plays it, Mexico plays it. Some island, Brazil and Argentina are pretty decent at it. A lot of Australia is pretty good at it.
I'd probably argue that the second most popular sport in the world is rugby.
Oh, Canada's actually pretty decent in rugby too.
Yeah,
it just doesn't. This rugby just doesn't get talked about a lot here, but Canada's actually pretty decent in rugby.
I'm going to look at your notable players.
Oh yeah, because we got to end in 2 minutes, man. Raw's in 2 minutes.
Yeah, Raw's coming up.
So okay, while you do that, we'll just promote some of the stuff. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna bring back some stuff called SmackDown Hotel and Wrestling Nonsense. This Thursday, we're going to do predictions for WrestleMania Backlash. And no, it's not WrestleMania Backlash anymore. It's just Backlash. And on Saturday, we're going to do a Backlash watch along for WWE early in the day. So Finbar will just come up with the names. And Finbar, if you got anything to promote.
What names?
Canadian soccer players.
Oh, right. Yeah, let me... no, I've not got anything to promote. Have I? Just come watch Backlash with us on Saturday, man, and then I'll be on Gambling with Geeks, and then I'll be out of your hair for a long time. Huh?
No, you'll be hosting.
I'm not hosting. I don't think I am. I think he's going to be back.
You should be hosting.
This is disappointing.
You should be hosting.
No, I wanted. So what I wanted was him just to pop in at the end for me to say, right, Tony, here's the keys to the kingdom back. I'm out of here. But
yeah,
there from the start.
Wow, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
He reads articles, man. Come on.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening, man. Thank you guys for coming on. We'll see you Thursday, and you might see me do something tomorrow. But if you like hockey, yeah, you might see me doing it tomorrow. If depending on the result of a playoff game. If not, you might see it Thursday, Thursday night.
Just quickly before we go, you don't really have many players of note.
I know
you've got a few that play in Scotland. Guy plays from Aberdeen, guy plays from Motherwell, one Dundee United, one Ross County. So that'll be good.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
I remember a guy, quickly before you end, I remember a guy, I think they played for Canada, that missed an open goal.
Yes.
Did you remember this?
Yes.
Have you seen the video? We'll have a look at it later, right? I'll find it and show it to you. We're going to have to watch Raw start.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's too sweet. Sweet. Too sweet. Too sweet.
Bye.
See ya.